This is CWTFB Radio. I am your host, Charlie Machine, always sponsored by Detail Car Audio and Auto Detailing right on 925 Turnpike Street in Canton, Mass. Go see my people over there for all your interior, exterior detailing, car audio needs, window tinting, car accessories, motorcycle accessories, truck accessories, all of the above. You need anything like that, go see my people. Let them know that Charlie sent you, and we'll lace you up, man, keeping you looking real good, real fresh, and all of the above. So today we have a special guest, man. This is the first time I'm interviewing somebody with the same name as me. This is a gentleman that I came across his music a couple years ago. Now, realistically, the first thing was the name that drawn me to him because it's my name, right? So, yeah. But then it was more like, all right, this better be good, right? So I played the music. It was a project called Pressure. I liked it, started listening to more, and here we are, man. Give your undivided attention to my man, Chizz Capo.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you,
man.
My guy. Appreciate you, man. I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm well, man. I'm well. I'm off the tequila right now. You know what I'm saying?
Me too, man. I'm off the Don Julio right now, man.
Yeah, you know what time it is, man.
Yeah.
So, but how you feeling, man? Quarantine treating you all right?
Man. Quarantine is a bitch, man. But, I got through it. I'm smooth now, you feel me? I see the light.
Yeah, you know anybody who actually got affected by it?
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, I just lost my pops on quarantine to
Really?
COVID. Yeah,
Get
bro.
the fuck out.
That ass, man.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
Yes. Thank you, man. Appreciate
I had no idea. That's deep. I mean,
man.
Still be out here working, man. That's
Hey, man.
Kudos to you, man. I tip my hat to that, bro.
Yeah, that's what's getting me going through this, man. Working, staying in the studio, you feel me? Staying distracted.
So was you and your pops close?
So we wasn't really like, he wasn't like in my life, but I wouldn't say he was absent. So like I knew my pops growing up. So
right.
But he didn't live in the crib. So my mom was a single mother. But like I grew up not having my pops in my life, but every time I was around him, it was never no like I hate you type vibe. You feel me?
Right,
so
right. It was never
cool.
no resentment. That's your pops.
Yeah, it was cool, yeah. So that's the type of relationship we had though.
Either way, man, R.I.P., man. I'm sorry to hear that,
yeah,
man.
For sure. R.I.P., man, for sure.
So when it comes to music, man, I mean, we just spoke about a death in your family, your father, man, and that's loss. Do you feel like you put pain and loss and things of that nature in your music?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like now I feel like it's at a different level now. Before I felt like I was, you feel me? Because I felt like that was my pain. But now after I felt like real pain. So now when I'm in the booth, it's just a little different, man, from the way I'm expressing myself.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your music, like as far as your story, man. Like, for the people who don't know who Chizz Capo is, let them know, where you from, how long you've been doing this, and what made you want to get into music.
Yeah. So for the people who don't know who I am, I'm from Hyde Park, Mass. I started getting into music. I feel like my preteen age, just because I was like curious about, where music came from and like how music evolved and stuff like that around the death of Michael Jackson. So I started going back to like his.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 24 years old.
You're 24. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Continue.
So yeah, I just went back to a lot of old music and I really fell in love with like the style and like just everything about R&B and hip hop. So, I just was always in tune. And then I got to, I would say, college. My freshman year, sophomore year of college, I really started to like record and like put projects together. And then it started getting good feedback from like everybody on campus and everybody back at the crib. So kept going with it. And now I'm here.
I hear you, man. That's dope. So I mean, like before you were rapping, you know what I mean? Like, did you ever have like a musical bone in your body? Was there an instrument you played or something like that? Or it wasn't, it was just more
Yeah. So before I was rapping, I was always like into instruments too. So I was in like a guitar club, but I never got good at the guitar. It was too hard for me. So I got to like trying to learn the piano and stuff like that. So I'm okay on the piano. So that's about it for instruments and stuff like that.
Okay. So, I know of you through my man Ja. Like that's my right hand man's brother. Man. You know what I mean? So, he told me that y'all used to ball back in the day, man.
Yeah,
so
me and Ja used to hoop back in the day.
You played ball in high school?
played ball in high school and college.
Where'd you go to high school?
Boston Prep. But I was
Where's
supposed to Hyde Park. You know.
Oh,
right
that's a joint. I know what you're talking about. Next to that hill, kind of.
Yeah, but I was supposed to transfer. I was supposed to transfer to Charlestown High. So I would always hoop with Charlestown High during like the preseason, years and stuff like that. And go play.
So with Charlestown, like, I mean, those dudes are good, man. You
man.
Keep up with those guys.
I mean, that was part of my AAU team. So
okay,
my AAU team was with Charlestown.
What was you averaging?
At high school?
Yeah.
Oh, high school, I was spazzing in high school.
You spazzing, dog? You doing windmill shit? You should.
Not no windmill shit. I'm not gonna hype it like that. But, I was doing my thing. I was averaging like 20 and 15. You feel me? I was doing my thing.
20? Oh shit!
Yeah, back-to-back MVPs. You feel me?
All of that. Light work.
Light work, man. Everybody know, man. All these rappers out here, they know what time it is into this new shit, man.
Cause there's a lot of rappers that used to ball, man. You know what I mean?
Man, there's a lot of them.
Why y'all niggas gotta be mad stereotypical, dog? Like niggas is either gonna play ball, sell drugs, or rap.
Bro, it's crazy.
Y'all niggas gotta come up with some new shit, man. Like,
man, to be honest,
invent some shit or something.
Yeah, facts. That's a fact. But I mean, my profession, to be honest, I'm a teacher. I'm a gym teacher.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm a gym teacher at Boston Public.
Damn, yo, that's mad cliche of you. That's very black manish of you.
I know, right? It's crazy.
Ex-hoop star who raps now, and now he's a basketball coach.
It's crazy. I fell right into it.
That's so funny. That's so funny, man. But let's talk about, your inception well, not the inception in music, but what made me become a fan of Chizz Capo, man. It's called Pressure, that project you dropped in 2017. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the creative process behind that.
Yeah, man. That energy, man, of Pressure, man. Every day I stayed up late with my boy D Blaze. He produced most of that. I think he produced all of it, to be honest, but we was just trying to make our name for ourselves, to be honest. We was just like, you know what? Nobody listens to our shit. Nobody's giving us, fuck it. Let's put that pressure on them. You feel me? They're going to have to listen to us now. So we was just on some hungry, like, we in the studio all the time, cooking up to, like, with me and the producer, I cook up right with the producer. So I'm writing as he's cooking up the beat. So I'm part of that process as well. So we was just on some, like, 4 a.m. type vibe. We up late. That's making beats after beats after beats, so I really started learning how to produce.
How long did it take for you to create that whole project all together?
I would say it took like a month and a half, 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, a month and a half, 2 months.
There's like fucking 15 songs on that shit. Hold on.
Yeah, bro. I record fast and I get in the studio.
Oh, you're right. There's exactly 15 songs on that shit.
Yeah, I record fast, bro. I get in the studio a lot, bro.
Okay, well that's what's up.
I was like a junkie for that studio, man. I was like, yeah, let's go.
What's your favorite record that you recorded on that project?
On Pressure?
Yeah.
Let me go back to this track. Man, can you read the track list to me?
I always like to hear it from a artist perspective, because there's a lot of times that I created records that people loved, and I was like, I ain't even like the shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you record too?
I used to rap, yeah.
Word.
I used to rap, and but that's exactly what I mean about the name. I used to rap. My rap name was Young Chizz before I changed it to Charlie Machine.
That's crazy.
So when I seen Chizz Capo,
Charlie Machine is hard, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, good luck, man.
Hard. That's tough. I'm not gonna lie. That's hard.
But I was like, I seen Chizz, and I'm like, yo, this nigga better be good. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah. So it starts with What They Want, Die For It. More Knowledge, Logs, Ben Frank.
Die For It was tough. Ben Frank was tough.
Die For It, I do like Die For It. I definitely do.
That's one of my favorites on there.
More Bucks, Block
That's one of my favorites. Block List is hard too.
Know About Me, Influence.
Oh,
I mean, you had some shit on here, bro.
Banging.
All Night, My Emotion. Yeah, so like.
Yeah, but my main thing on that project was, so I always wanted to be that artist that gives the audience like a different type of vibe. So whatever they listen to, you feel me? So it's not boring. You don't feel like you're hearing the same song. So I try to really switch it up and appeal to like a lot of audience, like ladies and, all my brothers and, all that type of vibe. So that's why every project I drop, I try to adhere. What's the word I'm looking for? I try to adhere to the audience. You feel me?
I hear you. So who would you kind of like put yourself in line with? Like if there's like an industry rapper that's in the game right now, like who would you say that, you know, your styles are similar?
That's a hard, man. I could tell you who like a lot of influences are I listened to growing up. Like, yeah. I listened to a lot of Ty Dolla $ign, a lot of Drake, a lot of Chicago rappers like Chief Keef, King Louis. I listened to Usher. I was listening to Mario. I was listening to all that music, bro. So I really don't even know who to say because, you know, there's a lot of artists kind of doing that melodic type rap thing, but I feel like I do it a little differently, you know?
Right. So when your music a lot, man, you make a lot of allusions to the streets. Is that something that you're using from your life or from what you see around you?
A little combination of both, you know. So I grew up with like I grew up with older brothers and older sisters and stuff like that. So I grew up with a lot of influences around my older brothers, their friends, and, you know, just being in and out of like all that type of street business and shit like that. So I like use a lot of like shit that I see in their life and my life and all those experiences that we've been through and shit like that. Put it into my music and shit like that. Try to like show like my audiences, like the young niggas that's looking up to me, like even though you're around that shit or like going through that shit, like there's another light, there's another direction, there's another way type vibe. Oh,
absolutely. And you know, and growing up in a Haitian household, nigga, I know, you know.
Yeah, so you got a lot of similarities to me.
yeah, nigga. You know what it is. So I know what it's like, man, to grow up in a neighborhood that kind of gets crazy. I grew up in Mattapan. You know what I mean? So I understand it. So as far as like, you know, what you were doing, like you ever been in trouble with the law? You ever got went to jail or anything like that?
Like, you know, little stuff. Like I never like been to prison or anything like that. So,
right.
So I never did no jail time or nothing like that. But like, you know, when I watch stuff like my older brothers, like they've been to prison and shit like that plenty of times. So when I see stuff like that, I really like hear and learn from like the older niggas and know what not to do type vibe. You feel me? So I always steered away from shit that would get me into prison because I already knew like my future was bright and like I got a lot of shit to do. I got to be different than, you feel me? Like they went through that for me pretty much. I feel like they went through that for me to see what not to do. So I try to like tell their story and, you know.
I hear you. Yeah. So let's talk about your latest project, At Your Own Risk, man.
Oh,
you know what? Because the reason why I wanted to talk about that is because I feel like that's the project that really got everybody talking about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
in
man.
the city.
Yeah, man. For real.
So what did you mean by At Your Own Risk?
So pretty much it was around like Halloween time. So I'm like, you know what? I want to do something kind of spooky, and I feel like a lot of times I was kind of like steering away from like what I really wanted to say. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna like say whatever I want to say on this project. And you know, you listen at your own risk. I don't care. Like, fuck it. This is what I'm going through. This is what I feel.
What do you mean by used to like, you know, not say what you want to say as far as what?
Like when I first started making music, I was refraining from saying certain things because I didn't want to fall typical to like certain things
bitch?
Corny shit like that, and talking about like guns and this and block. I didn't want to say none of that stupid shit. Like, you feel me? I wanted to like, so I feel like At Your Own Risk was a way for me to talk my shit how I wanted to in my own type of vibe, my own type of way, without, you know, sounding similar to the corny shit that we were in now.
Okay, I hear you. So you feel like that's your best project that you dropped as a like, you know?
I feel like that's my most like up to date. I mean, it is my most up to date, but like, yeah, I feel like that's my best project. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I do.
Okay, fair enough.
Wholeheartedly.
Fair enough. Now, have you reached out to like, you know, other like actually, how many shows have you done? You know, last year.
I did a lot of shows, bro. I did like
last year. No, I just mean last year.
Like 2019.
Yeah,
I would say I did over 40 shows.
Yeah, because I know you was working, man. I know you was doing a lot, man.
I was working hard, man.
You starting to charge people for your shows now, man?
Yeah, now I am. Features and shows, man.
Because I know, you know, sometimes niggas be modest and be like, oh, nah, it's cool. I got this. But at the end of the day, man.
Truthfully, it's still situational. Like, it depends who's throwing the show. If I know them, like, you know, if it's going to be. My thing is, if I know for a fact it's gonna benefit me, I'm not gonna be on I'm gonna charge. You feel me? But if they do pay me, it's a plus. But But if I don't know about it and it's a little skeptical, I'm definitely gonna charge because I know for a fact I could bring a crowd. You know what I mean?
Said if you're skeptical.
Yeah.
So what's some perks of rapping, man? You 24, you young, you single?
Yeah, man. Single, man.
So you
I was in a relationship, though. I'm not gonna lie. I did have a shorty though. I did have a shorty
before. But was you getting any trouble, man? Like was bitches
a lot of trouble,
throwing themselves at you and shit? Like, oh my God, it's Chizz. I gotta fuck him now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. I got in a lot of trouble, man. But you know, you go through things as lessons, man. I'm learning, man. I'm still young, man. I'm still learning. There's a lot of shit I gotta learn still, man.
God. Oh my God. So what's the wildest shit that's happened? You know what I mean, from groupies.
I mean, bro, typical shit like just like, you know, groupies hitting you up in the DMs and, you know, saying wild shit about, yo, I want to fuck, blah, blah, sending whatever they send. I mean,
shit.
It ain't nothing too crazy. You feel me? I ain't out here living like church songs, but, you know, I come across a couple of groupies in my day. You feel me?
I ain't mad at that, man. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, man.
So, I mean, what do you want the rest of this year to look like for you, man? Because for what I can see, quarantine didn't really put a bump in your step at all.
I don't know, man.
You've been busy, man. You've been in the studio.
So right now I'm working on my next project and it's stupid. Like, like when I tell you like stupid, like I feel like this right here is my best work, like up to date, like what I got coming. I just been working hard, man. I'm in the studio like almost every weekend, just working hard, thinking an idea. You know, I got a lot of visuals coming too. You know, the whole thing about this is just staying creative, to be honest. So I just been trying to stay super creative about what's my next move and what's my next step. I'm working on, you know, doing another show, but quarantine kind of stopped a lot of that. So
absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm just staying super creative, man. Thinking about my next step and my next moves. Trying to, you know, work with different artists and stuff like that.
Right.
You know,
so what kind of artists from out here that you know you're looking to work with?
I mean, I work with a lot of people that I really wanted to work with. There's no artists that out here that I'm really dying to work with, you know. But
yeah, niggas said
that's about it. I'm straight, man. But you know, I'm always open to working with new artists and shit. I'm not one of those artists that's like, yeah, I won't fuck with nobody. You feel me? I'm always down to work with new artists, but
that song "Hated Me" by you and Don Deezy. I like that.
Yeah, that's my guy, free Don Deezy, man.
Yeah. Oh, he's back.
Man, that's my guy.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
that's wild, man. Shit like that be crazy, man. I mean,
but yeah, we locked in on that song on some shit like, you know, we both Haitian, we both Zoes, and you know, I seen what he was doing and he seen what I was doing. And we was just like, yo, bro, let's lock in. You know, that's pretty much how it is. Everything with me, I feel like it got to be organic. You feel me? I don't want to do nothing that's fake and that's like,
absolutely.
You know, everything got to be cool and I got to feel your vibe so we can make the best type of music. So with me and him, it was just organic. We came to the studio. We did it in the studio together. Mm-hmm. We didn't have a beat. We just threw on a beat. I went in there, did what I did. He went in there, did what he did.
That's dope.
Like that, less than an hour.
That's the best way to make it happen, man. You're right. Bro. Yeah, vibes got to make sense, man. I know a lot of people. I know there's some people who really like try to force music out, and niggas can tell. Niggas can tell, bro, when they hear that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Every single time.
That's just, it's a waste of time. I feel like it's like.
No, absolutely. Yeah. So, man, what's going on in the world right now, man? I mean, I know you see this colorful hair rapper running around here acting crazy, man.
Yeah, he's acting super crazy. Like. It's crazy because there's really people out here saying like, yo, man, you see why he did that and and I'm just sitting here looking at him like, man, y'all nuts, man. Y'all
so that's what I was gonna ask you, man.
Yeah, bro.
How do you feel about that, man?
I don't fuck with that shit at all, bro. Like, nah, bro. No snitching over here, bro. I don't fuck with that shit at all, bro.
The reason why I asked, man, is because, like you said, there's people who's really defending this dude, talking about, well, he wasn't X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, bro. Like,
things of that nature. But for me, it's just more like,
if you live by a certain code,
right.
If you engage in certain shit, bro, you live by a certain code, you gotta face certain consequences that face it. You feel me? Don't get into no situation if you're not ready to face the consequences that come behind it. You feel me?
No, absolutely.
Like, as simple as that. He already came in the game on some clown shit, like, you know,
right.
With that song and shit like that. So I don't know why people feel bad for him. Like look what he was trying to do. He was clout chasing. He was acting like something he was from the start. You feel me?
Facts.
So
Facts.
that's already bad karma right there, man.
I hear you, man. So what do you think would happen with a nigga like that at this point? You know what I mean? I was watching something with Charlemagne, and there was this other podcast, something that he does. But either way, he said something like, you know, with somebody like that, it's either death or jail. He went to jail already. Now there's only one more thing for him, to happen.
I think he's too like A-list to be like killed. You know what I mean? Everybody got their eyes on him.
I mean, I think the problem is the protection witness, like the witness protection shit. You know what I mean?
And it's like it's not worth it, you know, trying to throw your life away, you know, killing him. You know what I mean? Because he's egging that shit on. He's trolling. You know, he wants someone to do something crazy.
And that's what I mean, bro. Like he's literally saying like, I did what niggas ain't supposed to do, and I'm getting away with it.
Yeah, like
and the whole world, and the whole world can see me.
And like you can't fuck with a snitch, bro. That's dangerous, bro.
I know there's niggas that's just plotting on this thing.
You feel me?
Mad every single day.
For real, bro. Every day, bro. That's just nuts.
Right. All right, man. So as an artist, man, how would you say you describe your sound?
I would say I describe my sound as very organic, real, natural, very bouncy, melodic. It could be dark at times. It could be bright. You know, it's a roller coaster of like emotions. I would say my music makes you feel. Depends what vibe I'm in. Truthfully, like I record a lot of vibes. So one day I might, obviously, I'm like, you know, I want to record like a little reggae bouncy vibe. Like next day I record, I feel like I want to talk about what I'm going through in my relationships. I talk about a lot of like relationship problems. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm hip.
Yeah, man. That shit.
Was
mind,
that
man.
real life shit, man? Like you was
That's real life shit
with your ex, man? Like, damn, what was she doing to you, bro? Damn.
Exes. You know, you go through shit with women teach you a lot about yourself, man. I'm not even gonna lie. So, you know, just shit that you're going through with exes and no shorties and, you know.
Right. I hear that.
Truthfully, I just say the shit that niggas really don't want to say, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100, like in my music. Like I say what guys really don't want to say, but they feel, and you know, I say it. Like, and shorties gonna listen, so it's like they want to hear the truth. So
you feel like you cater more to women more than anything?
For sure. Yeah.
Honestly, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because women fucking buy shit. Okay.
Yeah, they buy music. They come to shows.
Niggas don't want to fucking. Yeah. Niggas don't want to.
Niggas gonna fuck with you when they see the shorties and fucking with you.
Right, and that's really what it is, man. And it's just like, you know, even if a nigga don't like you, they'll go to your show just because they know bitches are gonna be there.
You feel me? And that works too. So,
and that's another ticket sold.
Exactly.
So that, right. That's all that.
I definitely like to cater to women. You know, I like to talk to the women. You know. Tell them how that makes sense. Yeah, bro.
That makes sense. So is that why you're not in a relationship, man? You out here just like, you know what I mean? Just
but that's the thing. I'm not that type of guy.
You fucked up, dog, and you got caught up in some shit, dog.
You know, man. Yeah, it be like that sometimes. You know, you make mistakes. Mistakes, man.
Oh, now this nigga's apologetic. Mistakes.
You gotta keep it real with mistakes. That's what makes a man. Mistakes. I ain't scared to tell the world that I made mistakes. You feel me? It is what it is. Man. It's part of life. You live and you learn.
Yeah. So how you feel about the state of hip hop in Boston right now,
man? It's way better than what it was a couple years ago. So I definitely could say it's progressing. But I would say I like how I hear the versatility in a lot of artists. So it's not one sound for Boston. You know what I mean?
That was gonna be my follow-up question. Like, do you feel like Boston has a sound?
Nah, I don't feel like Boston has a sound, but I think it's smooth because it's like Boston could be known for being versatile and having different type of artists. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think.
Did you see that article?
In a good direction.
Did you see that article that they did about on Bandcamp recently?
Nah, I didn't see it.
It said Boston is ran by women and non-binary rappers.
What they mean by non-binary?
Do you know what non-binary means?
Nah, can you explain that to me?
Nigga, I had to look that shit up because I didn't know what the fuck non-binary. Now the women part, I totally agree.
For sure.
Right? Because 2019 was ran by women, man. You
That's
got
a fact.
Oompa, you got Dutch Rebel, you got Red Shades, Brandy Blaze, you know, and not to mention the fucking superstar that we got from Massachusetts, Bia. You know what I'm saying? Bia's fucking out of here. She's everywhere.
For sure.
She's doing a million things. You know what I mean?
I heard she just went platinum too.
Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, there's so many female artists, man. Out of here. Yeah. But non-binary rappers, nigga, like,
what that mean?
A non-binary rapper means a rapper who doesn't identify as male or female.
Fuck out of here.
Some shit. Or and now correct me if I'm wrong, people. I mean, if people are hearing this, I don't want people to get upset. Like, that's not what it is. But all I know is that it means something along the lines of being gay or thinking you're something else, some shit like that, right? Now,
yeah, I ain't never heard no shit like that.
Yo, I want you to go and read that article, bro. It's on Bandcamp. And they shouted out a whole bunch of female artists that I fuck with. You know what I mean? I'm not taking nothing away from the females. Like, I don't want people to hear this.
Yeah, I fuck with the female artists in Boston. I be trying to work with them. But
yeah, bro. I mean, they nice. I mean,
you know, I fuck with Cake Swag. Shout out Cake Swag, man.
Cake Swag was on that list. Yeah, Cake Swag is doing her thing, man. She's doing her fucking thing, bro, for real. So
yeah, she had me perform at a show, man. That was super fun.
Oh yeah, which one?
She had her last show at Middle East. It was me, Milkshaw, Benedict. I forgot who else, but yeah, it was a good show, man. It was lit.
That's dope, man. That's dope. That's fire. Yeah. But anyway, back to that article. So non-binary rappers, do you know any?
Nah, I don't know any non-binary rappers.
Right. You're an artist and you don't even know. You have no idea who these people can possibly be.
I feel like Boston, like the mainstream Boston doesn't do a good job of capturing what's really going on.
No. Here's the problem. Here's the fucking problem. The problem is you got these fucking writers who, you know what I mean?
Don't know shit.
They might be on. Listen, it's really about who you know, right? Mm-hmm. Now, how you get the whole women segment correct as fuck, but then you get the other shit just mad wrong. Right. And so that's the thing. Writers have opinions. You know what I'm saying? You can make an article and you can put your own opinion out there. Why? Because he probably knows 2 gay rappers or 2 whatever rappers that he's like, yeah, they're nice. So now
they're not doing enough research.
Right. Because there's a lot of artists out here that, you know what I mean, are popping right now, and none of them will mention. I was just more like, yo, I just felt, you know, but this is my beef, man. Like, and listen, people gonna call me homophobic, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. But my thing is, people just be trying so hard to include gays and shit that it, you know what I mean? Like, you just gotta be super happy about being gay or whatever the case may be. And it's like, if you gay, you gay. That's what's up. But if it has nothing to do with anything, why are we bringing it up?
They're trying to make it a thing. I don't know what it is, but I really don't even comment on it. You know, you say something wrong in this, so I try. You see,
but that's the problem, my nigga. That's the problem. Niggas can't even talk about shit no more, right? Because if it's like, if you want to help somebody understand something, help them understand.
Facts. It's a real sensitive topic.
And you can't be mad at people asking outlandish questions because this shit is not what we're conditioned to see. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
That's just the fucking world.
And that's for everything too. So
right. It's just like you take a fucking kid from the burbs and then you say live in the hood now. He's gonna fucking be. He's gonna be. What the fuck is this?
Exactly.
But, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or a kid from the projects in New York and you take him and you make him live in fucking Canton. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like,
they're gonna have to adjust. Yeah.
Right.
I don't understand none of that non-binary shit. They use so much crazy language.
if we have no influence on that, there shouldn't be a problem with us talking about it.
Truthfully, that language shouldn't even be used to even describe anything about music because that shit has nothing to do with the music.
It was a non-binary rapper. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could classify as whatever you want, but don't embellish the truth just so you can big up your people. Is all I'm saying.
That's a fact. To show like there's like that gay support, so everybody.
And that's fine. Come. If there is, there is. They might sell out shows. They might do all of that. But for you to say that they run Boston is a fucking stretch. You know what I'm saying?
Big stretch. Yeah.
So you said there was nobody that you're like really dying to work with or whatever.
I mean, I didn't really like. I mean, I didn't mean it like. Ain't nobody I'm dying to work with, but I'm just not like looking to work with anybody. It's just like whatever is organic, and if it happens, it happens. You know.
Nah, because you said you know you tried to work with some of the female rappers, and obviously you did a show with Cake Swag. But I mean, what other female rappers were you talking about?
There's a female rapper. She's not even a female rapper, but she's a female artist. Her name's Elise. She's so fire. She's gonna start like building her catalog soon, but she's a real fire artist. I have her on a couple of my songs. But as of like other artists, I'm trying to work with Pimp Daddy. I knew her for a long time. She's a female
Daddy,
rapper.
okay.
Pimp Daddy James, she's fire as well.
Now I heard of her.
Yeah, we did mad shows together too. She's fire. But you know, there's other artists as well. But I don't really know that much female artists in Boston. But I'm just trying to work with some female artists in Boston because I feel like that'll be a dope, collaboration.
I hear that. So there's no male rappers you would want to collaborate with?
Not really. Like, I mean, I hear a lot of like different, I work with everybody I wanted to work with. You feel me? Right. There's nobody I'm down to work with. So I mean, whatever happens. Like, if there's an artist that I can work with, and then, if we're in the studio and it's a vibe, then let's do it. But ain't nobody that I'm gonna really freak out to work with right now.
How well would you say you know the history of Boston rap?
I don't know that shit at all.
Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like that shit.
I mean, if you want to step into this realm, why don't you do your research?
I mean, I should do my research, but I feel like we now on the same wave as like what it was before. I guess
that's not the point. It's about looking at what became before you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a fact. You got a good point. I should do research, but I don't really know nothing about what's going on back in the day with Boston rap.
Because it's like, for me, man, like when I started rapping, like for me to say that I wanted to go out and listen to Benzino's music, I'd be lying. You know what I'm saying? Because like the first thing I remember of Benzino was him getting chewed out by Eminem. Yeah, I mean, Eminem fucking did him dirty on that record. And what's even more fucked up is that the first time I heard that record, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, Team Shady, nigga, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized that Benzino is from Boston. So as somebody, a young rapper, I was like, all right, let me do the history on the city, on what came before me and what's going on, and people who's actively doing it now within my city. So, and it's not just Benzino, obviously, prior, but there's a lot of names, Ed-O-G, you got Guru from Gangstar, you got Acrobatic Terminology from up north. You
heard of Terminology.
Yeah, Terminology's from Lawrence.
I heard of Terminology.
You know what I mean?
But anybody, all those other names you said, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never heard those names before.
You never heard of Acrobatic? You never heard of Ed-O-G?
Nah, bro.
See, this is not for nothing, man. Niggas in your age group, dog, y'all niggas be getting me tight.
I gotta do
with
my
this
homework,
shit, dog.
man.
Y'all niggas be getting me tight with this shit. It's like, dog, y'all gotta go back and you don't even gotta like it. Just know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, but if I don't like it, then I don't really have no interest to know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel you, but there's a lot of artists that came before. Like Boston, I feel like Boston is a city that a lot of people were always counting on to fail. Right?
Why you say that?
When it came to a lot of things, right? Because of what's happened before, right? The biggest names we ever got out of Boston is what? New Edition, Bobby Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I know about that type of history.
Belle Biv DeVoe, obviously, and the New Kids on the Block, right? then now you have the Millies of the world, you got the Sam Adams of the world, you got the Bias of the world, and so on and so forth, man. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there's names that I left out. But in between all of that, how many acts came and went is what I'm saying. So it's a conditioned history of disappointment.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So some people start naturally just counting this shit out. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that doesn't negate the fact that you shouldn't know about what was the biggest things that came before you and what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it takes you to a different level of creation at that point when you're proud of where you came from a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm definitely proud of where I came from, you know, just because I grew up and I was born and raised here, and I know the whole culture around Boston. That's what makes me proud to be from Boston and, you know, even represent that. But like in terms of like all that older rap and that older rap music, I just felt like it was never my interest because, you know, I'm not trying to shun it and be like, you know, whatever, but like, I don't know. I feel like there was never no like crazy like artists from Boston that came out and did no crazy shit, you know, that we could learn from and like that.
You never heard of Mouthy?
I mean, I heard of him. For sure I heard of him.
Mouthy had some shit. He wasn't even that great of a rapper. Realistically, his music wasn't that great.
Yeah, why was he so big?
Nick, why? Because he catered to the whites.
Yeah.
The nigga made the nigga made Will Smith type music type shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. His first single was called Miss Newton.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Niggas can't relate to that.
I never really even tapped into his music, but I know, like, I heard of that name, and you know, he had a little buzz in the city for a little while.
Yeah, so that's what
happened to him, man, though.
But nigga, your guess is as good as mine, my nigga.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
But either way, what I'm saying is this, man. There's a lot of different ways to generate a buzz, right? Mm-hmm. And you've done that successfully. What do you feel like you've done that sets you apart from everybody else?
I'm not one of those like guys who like gonna act like they too good or like, oh, I'm too, you know, I always like, I'm with my fans. I chill with my fans. I love my fans. Like, I don't even want to call them fans. They're my supporters. Like, I love my supporters.
They fans.
Yeah.
Niggas like, why is fan a bad word?
It's not a bad word, but I'd rather say supporter because it like feels better to me. You feel me? I don't want to say it as a fan because they actually support you. You know what I mean? So that's like, real. I feel like a lot of my fan base kind of came when I was in college. You know, obviously I was doing like shows in college and, you know, word of mouth. So I feel like that's where the majority of my fan base came from. But
where'd you go to college?
Back home, FSU, Framingham State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, you know, there's people from everywhere. So they take it back home and then, you know, people back home fuck with it. So now, it was just like that, word of mouth type vibe.
That's what's up, man.
I mean, but it wasn't always like that, man. I really had to put work in, like, and I still feel like I don't even got shit. You know what I mean? I still feel like I'm just a regular, like.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, man, you know, there's an end goal. You know what I'm saying? And you're not there yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. But
I definitely
you've been doing the right things, and that's what I mean. You came a long way. You've been doing the right things. So you know what I mean. What's next is kind of hard to say because
facts.
COVID shit is kind of weird.
Facts. That shit stops a lot.
We're supposed to reopen things soon, but we don't definitely know, you know, what's gonna happen next. For sure. You know, and what sucks, man, is that these things, man, I'd rather do these live. You know.
Oh, for sure.
Because I wanted to get a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do all of that, but. So the only way do you freestyle?
I don't freestyle. That's the thing. I was just about to say that. I don't freestyle. Man. I don't freestyle.
Why is that okay for niggas to say now?
I mean, why is it not okay? Why is it not okay? I feel like I make great music.
As an artist, you should be able to freestyle.
I'm not saying like. What do you mean by that? Like a lot of times, half of these artists just rap and memorize raps. Majority of the time.
I mean, now.
Yeah, I mean, I could rap and memorize rap. Let's do that. But
that's what I mean. I feel like, you know, memorizing bars and spitting them is something that was, deemed okay within the past 15 years of rap.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, if that long. Because I don't even think it was that long. I remember when the nigga Drake showed up to Hot 97 with the fucking BlackBerry. And this nigga Flex was looking at him crazy, like, yo, is this nigga really reading from his phone right now?
I mean, it's
that was the first rapper. That was the first rapper to let us know that niggas do that. And like, did I know that niggas was doing that before? Hell yeah, I used to do that. I used to do that, nigga. I'd be in the fucking booth with the G1, you know what I mean? Pop it open real quick, bang, bars, you know what I'm saying? But
hold that.
But what I'm saying is, if I put on a Primo beat right now, would you rap to it?
Nah, probably not.
Huh?
I mean, I'll probably spit some shit that I remember, but it ain't gonna be no fresh freestyle.
But that's all right.
Yeah,
so you've never exercised that
I definitely, for sure. I don't think I'm good at it. I've exercised a little bit, but I don't think I'm good at it. I feel like my main strong suit is I'm in the studio.
So you're a songwriter.
I don't even. That's crazy. I don't even write either. It's like I'm in the studio. Whatever I feel, I'm saying it. But like I have time to stop and write something real quick, and I keep going. I stop, probably write, and then I keep going. So that's how my process is. I like. My thing is like flows and melodies and like, obviously my content as well matters, but so like
you'll have the melody before you have the words.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's just my process.
I do believe that rap is a young man's sport.
Right? Yeah. Why you say that though? Why you say that?
Because because I don't rap no more, for one. And two, every time I think of an artist that's really doing their thing right now,
seriously, young artist.
It's a young cat. Yeah, I mean, y'all are in your early 20s. You know what I mean? What's your end goal with rap? Like with music in general? Like what do you ultimately want to do with it?
I'm trying to take it big, man. Like big, beyond like what I can even imagine. Big, like. Be honest, like that's really my end goal. I'm trying to take care of my family, really. That's why I really rap, to be honest, take care of my mom, take care of my family. So
and is your goal like ownership, or do you want to get signed to like a major label or something?
For sure. Definitely, I've always been an ownership type of guy. Definitely ownership. I definitely want to be that guy to like, have a label one day, sign my own artists and be in the game and really like have an opinion on, because I really have a good ear for music as well. So I really want to be somewhere that could, get a good opinion on music and help a lot of young artists coming up.
So you manage yourself right now, or you have management?
I just got a manager a couple months ago. Me and my manager, Cody. Cody just started rocking with me. But I've been doing Cody for years, but I just started rocking with him on like a real serious tip. And he's been doing his thing, man. That's my guy. I fuck with Cody.
Is Cody white?
Yeah, Cody's white. That's my boy.
I don't know too many black Codys, man.
Yeah, Cody's white, man. Illest white boy I know, man.
You fucking smart, get the white manager, man. You know what I'm saying? He can open doors for you that you can't get yourself.
That's a fact. And he know what he's doing.
And it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up how that works, bro.
It's crazy. But he's just... What really stuck to me with him is just he's just as hungry as me when it comes to like my success. So anybody who's... So I first met him, I opened up for Stiz and PNB Rock on a boat show, and he was there, and I performed. He came up to me after the show like, yo, I really fuck with your music. He already knew my friend Mark V, one of the dudes I make music with. So he just been following me on like IG and stuff like that. And then one day he had like an opportunity for me to open up for a show. So he's like, yo, would you like to do it for Just Juice? I'm like, yeah. I went there, I did the show, and I rocked out the crowd. It was crazy. So after he was like, yo, you got like, he didn't even ask me if I had a situation at first, truthfully. He was just helping me out with mad other stuff. And then when it came to like doing my own show, he was really involved in like getting a venue for me. So then after that happened, we just kept linking up. He got me like, he was like, yo, I know this guy. It was like, he was just doing everything off love. You feel me? Like, yo, I know this guy who could boom, boom, boom. And then he was just like, yo, dude, you have a minute? I'm like, nah. He was like, all right, let's do it. So we locked in. And ever since, bro, we just been working hard, man. Every day grinding, he's been setting up a lot of things for me, reaching out to a lot of people, just, doing everything the right way. That's really what a lot of it about the business is, the logistics of it, making sure you had your shit the right way. So when it comes time to meet the people that you need to meet, they already see that you're, presentable. Like, okay, he got his situation down. He's a real artist. He's verified in this. He got his Apple Music set up. He got, all the little stuff.
Right. Press kits.
Yeah.
What would you say your biggest moment in your career has been thus far?
I would say my show and my last project turnout. Like, that's been my biggest moments because my show was like packed, bro. Like,
what was the last show? Are you talking about the one you do with Cake Swag?
Nah, November. I'm talking about November. Was it November? My show. I do my own show.
Oh, okay.
Like I did my own show. I had
Where was it at?
Artists open up. It was at the Middle East, and I didn't expect it to do crazy, but I had like over 150, 200 plus, something like that. It was crazy. But it was just like that was a big milestone for me because like I started doing shows. And, you do shows like 25 people sometimes.
Right.
That could discourage you. But I kept going. I like, when you remember the days when you were doing shows in front of 50 people, and then now you got like 150 people out. So it's like, that shows you're doing the right thing. So.
That's good shit. You ever perform at the House of Blues or anything like that?
I was supposed to, but it got shut down or something like that the day I was supposed to perform, and they never rescheduled the show. So that's one thing. That's another milestone I'm trying to reach, performing at the House of Blues.
So do you have a release date for your next project?
I don't have a release date yet, but I'm thinking sometime beginning of July.
You have a name for it?
No name. It's untitled right now still.
Okay.
But
you saying this is your best work?
It's crazy, bro. You heard that snippet I just dropped on IG?
When'd you drop it?
Like yesterday.
No, I don't think I heard it. No.
Yeah, I just dropped a little snippet on IG right now, man. It's going a little crazy right now. People are fucking with it, but that's definitely a little vibe I'm about to have on the project.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's because
I stepped out of the melodic bag real quick.
Okay. So you just handing out bars.
I'm sliding.
You handing out bars.
Yeah, we sliding.
I ain't mad at that, man. So when people hear a Chizz Capo record, man, what's 3 things that you want them to know about you?
I want them to know that I'm relatable. I'm not like. What do you mean in terms like? Well, I want them to know about me, like things I want them to feel like.
Yeah, things that you want them to know about you as an artist or as you as a man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like.
I want them to know like I'm a stand-up man. I'm about family and I'm about relationships and I'm real big on loyalty.
Okay.
Yeah.
You definitely one of those people that want to start putting people on.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's big for me, bro. That's just the type of person I am. That's the type of heart I have. I'm just like my mom. She whenever she could help somebody, she helps somebody. You feel me? And that's just how I am too. Like, if I could help you in any way, I'm gonna try to help you. I'm gonna go on my way to help you. It's kind of hard for me to say no to people. You feel me? Because I always want to help. That's just that person I am.
Right. You ever get any hate? Anybody tell you your shit's whack?
I mean, not really. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not a lot of people don't really tell me my shit's whack. I mean, there's people like I could count on my fingers how many times somebody told me my shit's whack, but I mean, I guess it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes but there's obviously haters, obviously, but like they ain't gonna say it to me. It's not a jest. So
that just means you're a likable guy.
Yeah, I'm a likable guy, man. I don't look for trouble. You feel me? So I be vibing.
Yeah, man. I feel like niggas have a reason to call somebody shit whack just because of something that they did to them or whatever.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I mean, it could be the hardest shit they heard and be like, nigga, that's just trash. Why is it trash? Because he fucked my cousin's girl or some shit. You know what I mean? That's why it's trash.
There's a lot of niggas out here like that. A lot of niggas probably don't like my shit because I fucked their shorty.
Oh,
that's
shit. Shots fired.
That's probably facts. I let me chill.
Do you have a team? Like other rappers around you, other musicians?
Yeah,
just
man.
You right now?
I got a little team, man. 448, my God. Young Lano, Capital Mar, Suave. You feel me? There's a couple of them members on my team, man. But these guys is like guys I've been making music with for a little bit now. So We just stick around each other a lot. You feel me? Support each other. So that's pretty much what it is. That ain't
What's Suave? Because I feel like there's like 3 niggas named
Suave. Trey Suave, bro. He's a fucking monster. I don't care what nobody say. I'll bet it all on Trey Suave. You want to hear bars? You want to hear that real street shit? Go bump Trey Suave.
Is he really street though?
What? Come on, bro.
Because it's like, nah, man. I have to ask because there's a lot of times when there's a lot of artists out here who do that shit, man. Yeah, they do it because of the way it sounds.
Nah, not over here, man.
I gotta ask, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but it ain't like that over here, bro. It ain't like that over there.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Do you feel like there's any misconceptions about Boston rap that you feel like you would like to that you would try to put to rest right now?
I mean, I feel like there's a misconception that there's not nice artists in Boston. That's a big misconception. I feel like there's a lot of nice artists in Boston, and a lot of artists. I mean, a lot of people aren't really turning their ear to a lot of artists because they just don't really know about them and they're not giving it that chance. So, but I feel like that's a big misconception that there's not any good artists in Boston because I can name a couple of artists in Boston that are doing their thing fire. Like I would listen to them even if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. You know who I can hear you on a record with, man?
Who?
I feel like you and Boston Royale would do some ill shit together. Man.
Boston Royale. That name sounds so familiar.
Him, but he had this record called Securus.
I gotta look that up.
And fire. I just episode is out right now with Boston Royale.
I'm definitely gonna tune in for sure. For sure.
Because he does the melodic thing as well, but he also raps. I would just love to see how y'all styles mesh on the records together.
I'm definitely gonna check him out for sure.
Because he's a good songwriter. I feel like you come up with some real good catchy shit, man.
Yeah, man, my pen alright. My pen alright.
This nigga want to be modest now, right?
My pen alright.
You know what I mean? I feel like niggas be scared to talk they shit, man. I read something somewhere recently that said new age rappers are starting to lose their competitive edge.
Nah, trust me, I talk my shit, but I'm a big learner, you feel me? So I don't really want to be on that. Trust me, I talk my shit. If you tune in, I talk my shit. Don't get me wrong, I talk my shit, but I feel like too much talking shit is like, yo, what have you really done to really be talking crazy? Like,
it don't matter. Talk your shit. Fuck it.
Nah, you feel me?
I just like shit talking too much, man. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I'm not a big. I mean, I talk my shit, but that's because you gotta be. If you talking your shit, you gotta have something to back it up.
I hear you.
You gotta have something to show for it. Can't be a good shit talker with nothing to show for it.
No, absolutely. How much stock do you put into what people write about you, like articles and things like that?
I don't even care about those. I like when people write about me just to see what people's opinion about me, but I don't really take it to heart.
Cause it's coming. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
You can say you can say one fucking lyric that somebody disagrees with.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's a fucking rap for you.
I mean, you can't pay attention to that shit, bro. If you pay attention to what people saying about you, then this is no thing for you, bro. Like, music is not your thing. Who do you make? You make music for something that you like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So anybody else giving an opinion on it, what the fuck does that mean to you? You feel me? Still not gonna change the way how I write. Still not gonna change the way how I make music. Right. Or what I like. You feel me? I'm gonna do what I like at the end of the day. If you don't like it, then just don't bump.
You gonna add a little Haitian flavor to your shit, a little ippies to your shit.
I've been meaning to, bro. I'm trying to. I'm not gonna rap in Creole or nothing like that.
You ain't gotta do all of that. Just you can do what that nigga Rick Ross said. You know what I mean? My futu Deo, shut the fuck up in Creole. You know what I mean? You can do some shit like that.
I'm trying to take it bigger though. I'm trying to sample something. I'm trying to sample definitely some Haitian record, and put a little R&B like hip hop twist on it, like a melodic. I think it'll be good.
Did you realize that the song Wyclef Jean by Young Thug has a Haitian record sample in it?
Does it? I didn't know that, bro.
That shit, okay, I'm balling like a guy. Whatever, what you say? NASCAR race or some shit, whatever.
I didn't know that.
But that little sample in the back, they're saying Duvalier. Yo, for real, bro. Like, listen to this shit. They're saying Duvalier,
I didn't know that.
The first time I noticed it, I'm like, yo, hold up. Is there a Duvalier fucking like sample in this shit?
That's lit.
So, yeah, bro.
That's lit.
So it's crazy, man. And so I heard that he realized where the sample came from. And I guess the biggest Haitian he knows is Wyclef Jean.
So he was like, let me get this guy
on Wyclef Jean. He named the song. Like, Wyclef had nothing to do with the record, bro.
So he just named after the biggest Haitian he knew.
Right. He was just like,
that's nuts.
Wyclef Jean. And if you realize that album, every single track is named after somebody. It has somebody's name in it, like some celebrity.
Oh yeah, that is true.
It was the album, the Jeffrey album.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So yeah, so he's a super creative man, super creative.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Do you get that creative, like that cryptic with your music?
I try to get as creative as I can with it. You know, and that's one thing I'm trying to, you know, build on is the creativity. That's why you gotta really keep a team around, you know, other people around who can give their opinion and stuff like that. And you build off of it. But I try to stay as creative as I can. Because that's all it's about, you know, separating yourself from what everybody else is doing. So you gotta stay.
Do you ever listen to other artists to get inspiration, or do you stay away from that?
I stay away from that, man, because you start listening to other artists and you start, you know, picking up on certain things. So I mean, I do listen to other artists though. Like when other artists drop like music, I go tune in, but I don't really be on it too much. Like I really be on my shit a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, bro, man, I'm about to bring this in for Landon. I definitely appreciate the talk.
For sure,
great
bro.
Talk, man.
For sure, I appreciate you talking, man.
Nah, absolutely, man. Because you know, now, you know, I'm glad that you know Chizz Capo, yeah, I mean, is living up to the name. No,
you feel me? I'm trying to, man. I got for all of it.
Nah, man. But how'd you get your name though? You know what I mean, why Capo?
Listen. So I told you, like my older brothers, they used to bump Dipset a lot, so we used to listen to a lot of Jones. Okay. And then my friend, one of my closest friends, he was like, yo, Capo, like we should just call you Capo. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, bro, you like, because like around my, like, I'm like the guy who's like, you know, head first. I'm like the leader, like the, you know,
right.
I set shit up. So, you know, they were like, you're the Capo, bro. You're the, you know, so it's like Chizz Capo, like that.
Okay.
So shout out Jim Jones, man.
Yeah, Jones.
You know, he's like, Capo's corrupted. He's the wrong vodka to fuck with. Oh, man.
But all right, man. So, you know, this is choose what the future brings, man. So how do you plan to do that, man? How do you plan to choose what the future brings moving forward?
I plan to do that by working hard every day, man. Just continuing the grind, bro. Every day it's a grind. Every day you got to work, you know, train your mind, train your brain. Feel me?
Right.
Keep God in your life, you know. That's all it is, man. That's how you build your future. Just by working every day, keeping that positive mindset, consistent positive mindset.
Absolutely.
For sure,
absolutely, man. Is there anything you want to end out, man, and leave the people with?
I want to tell the people, man, watch out, man. Stay fucking tuned. Stay tapped in with Chizz Capo. Hey, this interview is gonna be big one day. You know why? Because I'm trying to fucking shake the fucking world.
Because your name's on it, man, and that's what it is.
Sir. I'm about to shake the world, man. I just hope everybody tune in, man. I hope everybody, you know, give my music a chance. I hope everybody fuck with it, man. I do this for everybody. I do this for me. I do this for Boston, man. So, you know, tap in, man. You fuck with it. Shout me out. Put your peoples on.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate your time.
Man, I appreciate anything you need. Bro.
Oh, absolutely, man. I had to, man. You know, you can't ignore good music. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
That's the thing, man. That's my main focus, man. Make undeniable music.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, you know, like I might talk my shit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, what's good is good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely got to tap into a couple of your old joints, man. Where can I find them at?
I'll text you, man. I'll text you.
Say less. Say less.
But all right, Brody. I appreciate you, man. Be easy.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good night.
All right, man.
All right, bro. One.